All right, welcome everyone to Atlas Answers, our first Atlas Answers of 2026. Today we're going to be talking about our Atlas apps that we offer through our Atlas program, as well as navigating our online catalog. So I do want to draw your attention to the link and QR code if you would like to um, take a look at these slides that we're working off of today on your own computer. Feel free to either scan that QR code or type that link into the address bar on your browser, and that link will also be there throughout the session as well in case you miss it. But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about our online catalog, and I'm joined today by Erin McCready, our lending library lead, who will be guiding us through most of this session. But before we get started getting into the content today, I just want to let you know kind of where we're going to be today. So we're going to talk about the exploring the Atlas app library, and we'll also have some time for questions and answers. Our Atlas services that we provide, we do an equipment lending library, which is entirely a no-cost service for public educators in the state of Indiana. Um, and then, unless we otherwise note, all items that are mentioned in today's presentations will be available for 6-week loans through Atlas. Um, the primary two services that we provide to Indiana educators are our technical assistance and our equipment loans. For technical assistance, that looks like working one-on-one with one of our specialists. That will be either an on-site or virtual support or a combination of both. And that really helps to um, help educators select assistive technologies for their students. And then you can keep any items that you wish to trial for that 6-week loan period. And then on the other hand, the equipment loans part of our services. If you don't need that hands-on assistance directly from one of our specialists, you can just request items directly from our catalog. And that'll also be one of the main aspects of today's presentation. So there are clickable links if you have the slides open on your computer. And again, the link for those slides is down at the bottom right there, and it'll be there throughout the presentation. But otherwise, we're gonna get into the content. So I will pull this over to Erin. Oh, Erin, I think you may
I
still
was
be muted
muted.
there. Okay, perfect.
Thank you. Like Rain said, my name is Erin McCready. I'm the lending library lead for the K-12 Atlas project. Just to kind of go over what I do for the library is I maintain all of the digital collections. So that looks like apps, and then I maintain the physical collection as well. So anything from your low-tech AAC to Switch activated stuffed animals. I am the person, along with my our assistant Aya, who's on the Zoom today. We prepare all of your items. We make sure they're working. We make sure the software is up to date. So if you get emails from the Atlas Library, that is a real person. It's myself and Aya. So if you have any questions about anything library related, we are here for you. Just a quick overview of how to borrow our apps. So Atlas has around 400 apps from Apple that you can borrow from us. You really need three things to do that. You need an account on our website, our catalog website. You need one of our iPads, and then you need an internet connection. The reason that you need one of our iPads, every school has different security requirements, and so it's just easier for us and you if you just borrow one of our iPads. Those iPads come preloaded with those 400 plus apps that you can choose from. So it's really just for ease of access. So first things first, you need to have an account on our catalog. I'll show you what the catalog looks like a little later, but in terms of how to make an account, it's free, it's easy. You don't need to have approval from your SPED director and you don't need approval from Atlas. You do need to verify your email address. Sometimes that can take a little bit, 24 hours, but if you don't see that email link, let us know. On the homepage here, where on this digital slider, where it says create an account, on the center of the screen, there's actually a link there that is a video and it goes more in depth into how to make an account. So the second thing you need is one of our iPads. So after you've made an account, you'll navigate to that home screen that I showed you in the previous slide. You'll select computers and related under the find items by category option. And then you'll toggle on tablets and laptops. Now I'm going to show you what that looks like. Let's see. I'm going to show you really quick what that looks like here. So if you're not familiar with our home website through Easter Seals Crossroads, our website is k12atlas.eastersealstech.com. From this site, you can navigate to the equipment lending library. If you scroll down in the middle of the screen, there are blue buttons. The first one on the left-hand side will take you to our catalog. It is k12atlas.atforall.com, and that is linked in the slide if you are on the bit.ly as well. So, like I said, find items by category, computers and related here, this very first option. The reason that I'm showing you how to search for an iPad is sometimes our catalog is a little bit clunky and it will search anything that has the word iPad in it. It will search anything that has app in it, and that can yield a lot of items. So this is probably the fastest way to view the iPads that we have available. This light blue, this teal bar here in the center of the screen, search by website category, you'll select that and then toggle on tablets and laptops. Now, this is going to also show you the few laptops that we have, like Chromebooks here, but it will also start to show you iPads. So I'm not logged in here on my screen, but if I was, I would be able to add this to my cart and check out. So anything where it says iPad in the title, that is an iPad that comes with our apps. Let me go back to my PowerPoint here. Oh, we started from the very beginning. Hold, please. Here we go. Okay, so once you get one of our iPads, either it's going to be dropped off to you by either maybe a TA specialist, maybe the lending library staff if you're local to Indy, or we will send it through the mail. All of our iPads come configured the same way. You'll turn the iPad on, connect it to your school's Wi-Fi, launch the student app. It's here in purple, and I'll show you what this looks like on an iPad screen as well. And then make sure that this My Resource tab is selected. And then you can search for any app. It's pretty rare an educator reaches out to me and says, you don't have this app. But that being said, if you can't find what you're looking for, please let me know. Now, if we were to look at this on an actual iPad, so I have an iPad here connected to my computer, and the time is wrong, I know. So none of our iPads have a passcode. You'll swipe up to unlock the iPad. And the very first thing you're going to see, hopefully, is this screen, the home screen with this purple student app. Select that. And then, so My Resources is already selected. And you can see here, this is an alphabetical list of all of the apps that we have in our library. And you would search whatever you'd like. Let's just say I want Ava. I'm going to talk about Ava in a little bit. You would hit get to the right of that app, and it would start downloading immediately. If you don't see it right away, that's okay. Sometimes it needs a moment to see it's still thinking. So we'll come back to that later and make sure that oh, there we go. See, it is that simple. That's all we have to do. It's already on the home screen there. So that is how you do that. Now, talking about Wi-Fi, if you have trouble connecting to your school's Wi-Fi, please definitely reach out to your district's IT department first and say, I have an iPad. It's not a school iPad. I need to connect it to the Wi-Fi. If your IT department has difficulty connecting it to the Wi-Fi, please reach out to us and we can see if we can troubleshoot from there. Now, just some apps that I would like to highlight personally. I think these are a little bit of hidden gems within our catalog. These apps on this slide specifically are premium. So we have the paid version, the fancy version, the subscriptions. We have these specifically. It is a little challenging to discern which apps are premium and which are not in the catalog that I just showed you on the iPad. If you have questions, please let me know. I'm going to sound like a broken record. I'm here for you, so just send me an email. So our first one on the left here, this is Genio. You might have known this as Glean. This is a premium note-taking app. And we actually have a relationship with Genio where you can request a 60-day premium trial, and you can do that through our catalog. So actually, this one specific app is the exception to the rule. You can download this app by yourself on your school's iPad if you would like, or one of ours. And to request a premium trial, you can check the app out through the catalog I have linked here. And so you'll just use your email address. We will send you a trial link. Moving on to Notability, this is a similar accessible note-taking app. This is the premium version. You just have to click get on this the iPad that we give you, and the premium version is right there. Moving on to Word Wizard. This is a spelling and reading app. Some people call it the Speak and Spell for the new generation. Next to that, we have Kidogo. I think it's Kidogo from Assistiveware, the folks who make Proloquo to Go. They really didn't make their app names super accessible now that I'm thinking about it. Proloquo to Go is a mouthful. Kidogo is a mouthful. But this is an accessible keyboard. So you've got dyslexic friendly fonts, accessible fonts for iPad. So it just turns your iPad keyboard into a more accessible keyboard. Second to last, we have Clicker AAC. SLPs say this is a really user-friendly and accessible AAC app. So in addition to, like I said, Proloquo, LAMP, TouchChat, TD Snap, we have those AAC apps, but Clicker I think is a little underrated. And last but not least of our premium apps is Predictable. This is an AAC app, but it's text-based. It's got smart word prediction. A lot of SLPs like that for text-based as well. Moving on to some apps that we have in our library that are free, but you can download them through our catalog. Fart Cushion, number one, disabled kids deserve to have fun too. This is a great app for cause and effect, for switch access. Highly, highly recommend Fart Cushion. Second, Caligo. This is a fine motor and handwriting app that's technically free. You can request a premium 2-week trial through their website as a professional. So I'd highly recommend that as well. And then Ava here in the center, Ava is a captioning app. They do have a free version and a paid version. Atlas only has the free version because some of the features with premium would not really be applicable for a school or a kiddo. So the free version works just fine. Excuse me, sorry. Free version works just fine for captions. Second to last is Secure Test Browser. This is just the IDOE's secure testing portal. I wanted to highlight it because a lot of the times educators will reach out to me and say, "Hey, we're using this premium app on your iPad, but we also need to do a test." So Secure Test Browser, you can search that in the Purple Student app. And then last here, we have HelperBird. A lot of educators tell me that this is a really good alternative for read and write. Um, this makes web pages and documents easy and accessible. You can use it on iPad and Google Chrome as well. And they have a couple of different tiers, but this is the free version. So speaking of read and write, since that might come up, we are trying very hard to acquire the read and write and the Everway suite. So that is coming down the pipe. So we just have those free versions right now. Uh, just a quick note about TD Snap. A few years ago, if you're not familiar, TD Snap changed its pricing structure. It used to be able that you could purchase the app by itself for a couple $100, like you would Proloquo to go. They have now changed that pricing structure to a subscription-based model where it's around $10 or $11 a month to get that speaking feature. Now, we don't love that. It's not as accessible as that, paying that lump sum for the app. So it makes it a little harder for you as an educator to trial this app. Atlas, luckily, does have the premium version of the app. So if you would like to try the TD Snap app without having to worry about that subscription model, you can get it through our library on an iPad, or we have a couple of different TD devices that it'll come on as well. But when you search for that app in the Purple Student app, when you search for TD Snap, you'll see two different versions. The first version is just called TD Snap. This is the same version that you would find in the App Store on your iPhone, on your student's iPad. TD Snap AAC Legacy is the premium version. We essentially were carried over because we purchased the app before they changed their pricing structure. So that AAC Legacy app is the same app if your school was to purchase it through Toby. It's the same app, so you don't really have to worry about that pricing structure. But I say this because when you search for TD Snap, you're going to see both versions. If you would like to try the free version, more power to you. It will ask you to subscribe. So make sure if you want that speaking version, you will have to get the AAC Legacy version. And if you're having difficulties, reach out to me. I can virtually install apps on your iPads. I just have to know which iPad you have, and I have a record of that. So I'm happy to help assist remotely. Last but not least here, I want to go over some best practices for searching the catalog. Just checking my time here. So, like I said, with searching for iPads, you're going to have the best luck by searching by category and then filtering it from there with a website searching category. I will go back to the catalog here on my computer and kind of show you what I am talking about. So if we were to scroll down here, we've got, these are federal reporting categories under the AT Act, so that's why we use them. So sometimes something might be in a category and you'll say to yourself, huh, that's kind of weird. I would picture this more in a different category. Sometimes we feel the same way. So that's why we use these website categories here. we have tried to make these categories more relatable to you as an educator. So we have, for example, we have learning aids, resources for educators, accessible keyboards comes up a lot. So let's say I'm going to use dyslexia as an example. If I was just to search dyslexia as a, and I spelled it wrong, as a something that I wanted to search for, you can see that the catalog has not yielded any search results. That is because it remembers a previous search that I did before. And so environmental adaptations, this is going to be like your switches, your environmental control. So I'm going to change that to either all categories, or I'm specifically looking for a dyslexia keyboard here. So I might toggle on computers and related. And there you go. It's right there, the first option. And then we have some other options that might be related to dyslexia. So keep in mind the words that you type into the search bar need to be very specific. And then if you're not seeing what you want, double check that this category or even the search phrase is really what you're looking for. You might have to select this option where it says clear search phrase and start over. So that is like a very brief, quick tip that I have. If you cannot find what you're looking for, please let me know. Our learning category is very, very large. So we have a lot of items here. If I scroll down, will it tell me how many items we have? 189. So there's a lot to sift through here. That's why I highly recommend those website categories. I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint now. That is really all I have. I tried to keep it brief, but I can yap a little bit. So, um, I believe we have time for questions. Does anybody have any questions at all? It can be about the library in general, apps, anything. And Rain, I think I'll rely on you to moderate the chat. I can't even see it.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions, please type a question in the chat. You can also feel free to reach out to us at the email that we have up on the slide that Erin is sharing. You can take a look at our website and our catalog and let us know if you have any issues or anything that you're curious about. At this point, I don't see any questions in the chat, but please feel free to reach out to us if any questions do come up. I think we will go ahead and end the recording there. But I wanted to thank you guys.